What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thanks for being here. I apologize about the no shirt and the fan sound in the background. We have a heat wave coming through California, and let me tell you, it's getting hot. So we're just gonna do our best to stay cool and hope that that's okay. So we got a chest day for you today. Hitting some with Big Mike. So my chest was feeling, pretty solid. What I really like is that, I hit the hundreds here. I hit the 110s after, not for a whole bunch, but I know before I was, hitting the 115s on the cusp of the 120s, but that was with like, probably 12 or 1300 more calories per day. So being able to do that, with less like energy stored, I think is pretty cool. I think it shows that, my chest is definitely coming around. And that my whole body is responding well to, not having as many calories, and it's, starting to adapt to it, where, our strength is coming back even with less, stored energy. Excuse me. So, something I wanted to talk about today a little bit, is just kind of mentality, and mind state. I know I talk about it a lot, but this one's going to be from kind of a different aspect. So if you're somebody, that feels like, man, like, you're going through a hard time and you feel like it's hard to kind of pull yourself out of that hard time, I've found the best way to do that is to kind of, one, to get everything out of your head, write stuff down. Like, to get out of, whatever your current mood is, take a shower. If you find that you're angry at everything, take a nap. But I think it's important to know and be able to be, have that self-reconnaissance where you understand, you're like, oh, I'm pissed off for no reason. Oh, I need to take a nap. I need to drink some water today. Like, oh, I'm not angry at that person. I'm upset at something else, and that's what's coming out. If you're able to be that level of self-aware, then you'll be able to put a plan in place and say, you know what, when I'm overwhelmed, I write things down. Because when you put things onto paper, for some reason it allows you to kind of get them out of your head. If you're overwhelmed by something, write it down. Devise a plan. Break it off into chunks. If you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious about life, set a goal and, choose to create a path to get to that goal. Because I think that we find the most anxiety in our life and the most, overwhelmed when we have too many options and we're not making any choices. And it's so common to do nowadays, because you're like, well, I want this, but then this person has this and that looks cool too. And I also, am a person that doesn't want to just do that. I can also do other things too. But just start somewhere, start with something. And even if you don't have to feel like if you get started on something that you're locked into that for the rest of your life, you can get as involved in that one thing as you want to. It doesn't have to be forever. It can be for now, and that's okay. Like, you can enjoy the heck out of something for the next couple months, learn a lot of lessons by doing that thing, become a more well-rounded person for it, and maybe it's just not your forever thing, and that's totally cool, dude. But how are you going to know if it's your forever thing or not if you're not, actively getting into it, Like, you could like to write poems, you could like to go surfing, you could play the guitar, you could do all of these three things at once, But maybe you're at a point where you're like, well, I don't know exactly which one I want to pursue. Just take a chance on something. Like, I'm a big believer that, there is no right or wrong decision, but whatever decision you make, you should make it the right decision. You should support it in a way that you would support something that you well respect and something that is valuable to you. Because if you're on the fence about something and you're like, okay, well, I could either... Oh, I did pullovers too. Hardcore Gamer, that's for you, man. I tried them out. I hadn't done them before. So I don't know if my form's correctly dialed in yet. But I started off with the 40s, and then I think I built up to the 70s. But dude, crazy pull on my chest. Like, from the bottom of my chest all the way to the top, it pulled in a way that I haven't really had any pull before. So definitely going to be adding those in. What I like about my endurance too for my chest that's building up is I was able to have a really good chest workout, get some, heavier weight in, push myself and still end with, doing well over like 120 push-ups. So we'll get into that in a minute. But if you are 50-50 torn on something, and then you go, you make a decision, all right, I'm going to do this. What use is it to you at that point to wonder what the other decision could have been or could have amounted to? Because you'll never know, because you didn't make that decision. So now you're wasting energy that could be thrown into this productive side of what you chose because you want to convince yourself that you still are on the fence about it. Just dive in, just 100%, just go at it. And then once you put 100% effort, focus, and energy into that thing, if at that point it's not where you want it to be, you can redirect. But it's not like you're going to lose anything. Nothing bad is going to happen to you for giving 100% at that thing. The only thing is a little bit of wasted time, but it's not even wasted because you spent that time. It's still time that's being used to develop you. So, just, to reiterate, if you're overwhelmed or anxious, write something down. Or if you're overwhelmed, too many thoughts going on, too much stuff, write something down. If you feel like your budget is overwhelming you or you're paycheck to paycheck, make some adjustments. Write all of your bills down, exactly what dates they come out, exactly how much you got paid, and then always minimize, your bills coming in and maximize your expenses going out on paper so that you can start to set up a plan, so you give yourself a little bit of a buffer. But things aren't always as big as we make them up to be. Problems are all relative and to the person who has them. So what I mean by that is, without going into my backstory too much, like, I've been on my own since I was 18. So when I was 18, at various points, I slept in my car, couch surfed, different things like that. And sometimes you gotta do that, everyone's story is different. But there were times where I was sleeping in my car and I'd have my buddy, hit me up and be like, hey man, like, I'm having a rough time at home. Like, my mom is, ragging on me to clean my room. And like, she shouldn't tell me what to do. And I'm sitting there like, dude, I'm living out of my car, and I'm not complaining. But I couldn't at that point, and I still can't, say that my problems were bigger than his problems. Because they're all relative to us. We determine how big of a problem we have. So if you make problems big in your life, they're going to be overwhelming. If you make a plan of attack and say, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then because of that, I'm going to earn this, Like, for example, I'm living in my car. I'm going to get a job, save money, build my credit, rent an apartment. That's a clear and concise plan of how to get out of that situation. And once you have that plan, all that's left is to execute. But if you sit there the whole time and you're like, woe is me, nothing's going to change. Like, it doesn't matter what hole you get dug into or who you felt may have put you there. It's up to you to get yourself out, man. So whether that is a budgeting problem, whether that is, building up the nerve to go to the gym, whether that is, being consistent with, being a better sibling or being a better friend, whatever, that thing could be to you, if you want to be better at something and you are overwhelmed by it, write it down. And I'm big on controlling your own temperature. I control my own thermostat type of deal. Because at the end of the day, what really matters to me is how I feel about myself. There's not really much that someone else whose opinion I don't value can affect my day, And I think that too many times nowadays we let someone say something to us or let someone have that power over us because we feel that they are of better status than us or may have a better feeling. But who knows who's going to know you better than you? You should know you the best. You shouldn't leave others' opinion because they don't know you as good as you know you. They don't know what you've been through or what it's taken you to get here, So what, they don't know your past experiences or how you're gonna react, you know, to things moving forward. I really love this camera angle, by the way. I thought it was so cool. I put it on top of the machine. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna stay, but you should be the one controlling your own thermostat. There shouldn't be a driver on the road that cuts you off, or, you know, someone that's rude to you at the supermarket that has the effect, you know, for the whole day to be able to just tank your day. That shouldn't be a possibility for you. So stay mentally tough, you know, keep it up, and stay true to it, man. But find what's gonna help you settle down, and find ways to cope with how you react to things, so that you can keep your, instead of being here and here and here, keep yourself right in the middle for the most part. We're doing push-ups again. I'm gonna get back into this because I wanted to do a push-up counter with you guys. That's my first 5. Now, if you're watching the timer, I do take, you know, a little bit longer after those first 5 to get my next few going. But I dial it in and I start counting to 10 and I start making this happen. So this is going to be a normal thing on chest days. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's our second set of 5. I just want to go through this because I know it can get kind of boring just looking at it. So I want to make this kind of a game. And I want to improve every single time we do it. So, looks like we're taking longer than 10 seconds here. Come on, Ronnie, get on your horse, bud. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 sets, 15 reps so far. So, we do regular push-ups, and once we get tired of these, we go on our knees, and there's no shame in our game. Our form isn't always perfect, but we're grinding these out, man. It's a grind, and they call it a grind for a reason. You got to get gritty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 5. There we go. That's 20. 4 sets. Hold the 4 up. We're at 20 so far. So we're going to see, I was kind of counting it earlier, but I wasn't really paying attention too well. 1. Come on. 1. Come on, bud. Stretch that chest out. Keep going. 2, 3, 4. Get up. 5. Okay. That's 25. So I'm going to keep a tally mark, actually, because I feel like if I just put it on my hand, I'm going to forget. So, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. Here's our next one. 2, 4, 5. Okay. Man, barely got that one. But I'm going to try and keep a counter on the screen too. So, I know I'm writing it down, but I'll try and, you know, edit in some numbers for you. So I was definitely, my chest was definitely feeling it right here, dying out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the best. But I'm also trying to do 10 seconds in between. So eventually you'll see me, I'm using my fingers to count because I'm listening to music and I'm trying to be like zoned in. 2, 3, 4, 5. And even though these are push-ups on my knees, guys, like 2 months ago, I couldn't do any push-ups. I couldn't, you know. So now this is the end of a chest workout. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this down. Now this is the end of a chest workout where I did push myself. And, you know, I stretched my chest, I did presses, like all different kinds of different things for my chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is all mental right here. My chest is probably no, you know, as a pump, no stronger than it would have been if I would have gone to do different exercises. 2, 3, come on, 4, 5. But this is all mental. This is all between the ears. So I don't care that I'm tired. I don't care that I just had a full chest workout. I care about doing this until absolute failure. Not proving anything to anyone. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Not proving anything to anyone. But I know I got my past self believing in me. I got my future self counting on me. And all that matters is I give maximum effort today. So that's what we're here to do. Come on, push out another 5, Ronnie. You got it. Come on now. 2. Come on. 3, 4, 5. We're shortening up the form here. What's going on? Come on. Listen to the music. Get in the groove. Big Mike was doing push-ups with me for a minute, but he took a week off of the gym, so we're not going to harp on him too much. You know, he still had a good chest day, and I'm glad he made it into the gym with me that day, so that's what matters. Mark that one down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's funny, this Team Lone Depot shirt, I don't work at Lone Depot anymore, but I won this in like a giveaway or in a raffle or no, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know our form's getting iffy, but we can do better than that. Come on. So I won this shirt I was a licensed loan officer, and so I locked 3 loans in that day. As far as mortgages go, you know, I locked in 3 mortgages for refinances that day. So I earned this t-shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, grind it out. Better range of motion here. So I won this t-shirt, and they were like, oh, this is the biggest size we got. Never fit me for years. That was the biggest size they had, and it looks great on me now. I mean, I think so. It's a nice little stretchy shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll count it. It's a nice stretchy shirt, great gym shirt, and I don't even know how it stayed in my clothes for so long, even though it didn't fit, but it fits now. It's in the rotation. Come on, Ronnie, press it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Better range of motion. There's me counting to 10 on my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the person that I want to become, the person that I am turning myself into, is a person that's not afraid of workouts. He's not afraid of any type of workout, any challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll count it. So that's what we're emulating here, is that mentality. So I've been having a lot of fun with it, man. A lot of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I challenge myself, and I play head games with myself. I'll try and always keep myself on my toes. When I threw these push-ups in like last week on our last chest workout, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now we got some vigor. Big Mike's like, how many more you doing? Until I can't anymore. That's what I said I was gonna do. I don't care if I'm here all day. I hope I am, low-key. If I can do push-ups all day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count it. But I like doing this stuff, man. I like challenging myself. I want to be prepared for any situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If some guy walks up to me on the street and says, I could do more push-ups than you, I'd like to be able to say, let's get down and see it. Let's go then, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of saying, yeah, you probably could. Yeah, I can't do any push-ups. Yeah, I'm not good at those. Let's see. Let's see how many push-ups you could do. I'll do push-ups. We'll see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I know you're tired. What else you got? What else you got? Ten seconds is up. 2. Come on. 3. 3. Alright. Now let's tally these up. I just did slash marks, so I didn't do anything crazy. But 1, 2, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 125 plus 10 plus 3, 138. 138 total. That's traditional push-ups. That's on our knees. That's ugly form. That's grinding it out. That's doing the best we could do that day. 138. So that's the number to beat next chest workout. And I'm not going to take it easy on myself during the workout either. So that's the number to beat. A little fun game for myself. Make exercise interesting. Not that it's not interesting anyways, but it might get boring for you guys. So we're keeping this up. And you better believe once we get hit pull-ups, we're going to do the same damn thing for back days. Isn't that fun? Isn't that going to be awesome? I'm really looking forward to it. But hey, if you guys stayed here, counted with me, you know, listen to me out for a while. Hey, I appreciate you. Good chest workout. Excited for the next one. I hope you did something nice for somebody today, and I hope someone does something nice for you, even if that's yourself, man. Because sometimes you got to be that person. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.